Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
We now know the guidelines for barbers, bartenders, and baristas for reopening certain businesses in North Dakota. They have been shut down for weeks because of the coronavirus. The list includes keeping capacity at half of what it normally is. In restaurants, the state wants 6 feet of space between tables, and tables will be limited to 10 people. Standing in bars is a no-no, and there should be 6 feet between groups. As far as gambling, blackjack tables will remain closed. Governor Doug Burgum says he's easing business restrictions because the state has made significant strides to contain the spread of COVID-19, even as the number of people testing positive continues to climb.
We targeted those because that was where we had contact of less than 6 feet for more than 10 minutes, almost as a necessity of doing those businesses. And so again, we're grateful for the sacrifice and the participation that those businesses have shown.
Yesterday, the governor announced that businesses can reopen on Friday. We've posted all the guidelines. Go to the VNL News app and click on this story. Now that businesses have guidelines, they're readying to open on Friday, but some people in the metro are wondering what Friday will look like for those working in close contact with clients. Hair and nail salons say that they're going to be a new norm. Some salons are only doing haircuts, no facial cuts, and you won't be allowed to bring guests.
After every haircut, we gotta wipe down our stations, we gotta wipe down our chairs.
We have masks and we have shields that we're gonna wear, and we put up shields, and we're kind of living like this is our new norm, and we're gonna be doing this for a while.
There's no word on when West Acres might reopen. They've said the information will be available in the coming days. To stay on top of it, download our Valley News Live app. The latest numbers are in for North Dakota. They show that the state has 49 new positive cases of the coronavirus, raising the state's total to 991 cases. 41 of the new cases have come from Cass County, pushing the county's total to 472 positives, more than double the next highest county, which is Grand Forks, at 234. 25 people are hospitalized. Nearly 24,000 tests have been completed. A little over 400 people are listed as recovered. 19 people have died from the virus. Minnesota is reporting 15 more deaths, pushing the state's coronavirus death toll to 301. The state announced 365 new positive cases of COVID-19, bringing Minnesota's total to 4,181. 314 patients are in the hospital, with 120 of those in ICU. Clay County continues to report 149 positive cases with 10 deaths. Nearly 2,000 people are listed as no longer needing isolation. Vice President Mike Pence was in Minnesota today visiting a new testing site that will dramatically expand the state's testing capability. The visit comes amidst a growing frustration with testing. Valley News Team's Joshua Pagero spoke to the vice president of a long care facility who's having issues in Minnesota, but not in North Dakota.
Governor Tim Walz is hoping a partnership with the Mayo Clinic and the University of Minnesota will expand the state's testing from 2,000 to 20,000 tests per day. Vice President Mike Pence was in Rochester touring the site of these new tests.
The best way to hasten the day that we can reopen Minnesota and reopen America is to continue to heed the guidance that you've received from state and local authorities.
The Mayo Clinic partnership is a few weeks away before it gets off the ground, and John Rewer of Eventide says they need testing now.
While I'm optimistic, I'm also a little bit frustrated or nervous, if you will, that we're still talking about something that's weeks out, and our battle is today.
Data shows a large number of the COVID-19 related deaths are in long-term care facilities. Eventide on 8th and Moorhead as of Tuesday has 27 total cases of COVID-19. Eventide says the biggest difference between their North Dakota location and their Moorhead location right behind me is that in Minnesota, they're only testing individuals who are showing COVID-19-like symptoms.
They're only able to test on symptomatic residents and staff, and we need to do better than that. We need to know who the carriers are that aren't showing symptoms.
Weaver says North Dakota has been amazing in expanding its testing capabilities for their Fargo and West Fargo locations.
I do think it's a unique approach that North Dakota is using with the widespread testing.
Weaver says these have been tough times for his staff, but they've stepped up to the plate and are working despite the health risks. In Moorhead, Joshua Peguero, Valley News Live.
At the moment, Minnesota ranks among the lowest in the country per capita testing and among the lowest on confirmed cases per capita. Despite a little breeze, today has been another enjoyable spring day in the valley. Let's check in with Hutch about any evening rain showers. Sure looks like it on the Skycam there. He joins us from his home as he continues to social distance himself. Hutch?
Well, actually, Mike, in contact with Eric Whitehill right now. He is keeping his eyes on the skies south of the Mapleton area, and we've gotten some reports that over the Moorhead, the Barnesville area, just south of Moorhead, funnel clouds sighted from the clouds. Now, we told you there was a chance of seeing that because rotation in the atmosphere, and you can actually see that in our tower cam time lapse here over the last few minutes. Here it is. You can see the clouds closer to us moving in one direction, farther away moving in another direction, and it was this activity that spawned this little guy captured by Windy. Thank you so much. North of the Barnesville area, the chances of any of these reaching down, not so great today, but certainly a reminder that spring is right around the corner. A smattering of thunderstorm activity from Fargo, Moorhead, and southern Clay County all the way up to the Kitson County area, and a stronger surge of very heavy rain-producing showers north of the Devil's Lake area, where one viewer reported just a gully washer that's going to limit entry into the fields for some time from this slow-moving activity pushing into Rock Lake and Can-Do right now, as well as the Brinsmaid and Devil's Lake area. That extends through New Rockford, the Carrington area, and northern parts of Stutsman County. Heavy thunder showers this evening, 55 to 60 degrees. A couple of funnel clouds will certainly be possible. We're going to keep our eyes on the skies for that. Temperatures will be slipping into the 50s, Mike, as we go through the evening. Yes, in Fargo, we have a chance at showers. In Grand Forks, the chance reduces greatly after bedtime tonight. But I'll keep in touch with everybody here and get back to you in a few moments on what we're seeing from the bottom of these clouds.
All right, thanks, Hutch. We still don't know about the bones found last night at a North Fargo park. Investigators spent a great deal of time at the scene today. 2 teenagers first found them.
We were walking in the woods, like looking for golf balls, just, being teenagers. And then I seen bones.
Police say the bones seem like they've been there for a while, and because Trollwood Park was previously a cemetery, it is possible the bones were buried there a long time ago. The bones are with the Cass County coroner for further examination. Nothing was found today as search efforts continued for Jeremy Jourdain. The 17-year-old from Cass Lake, Minnesota, went missing in the Bemidji area 3.5 years ago. Today's search focused in a swamp area about 5 blocks where Jourdain is believed to have been last seen. A recent controlled burn allowed searchers another chance to get back into that area with less growth. Jourdain was last seen wearing this gray and blue hooded sweatshirt, blue jeans, and black and white Air Jordan shoes. Anyone with information should call the number on your screen, 218-333-8367. You can remain anonymous. Police are on the lookout for a drive-by shooter who is considered to be armed and dangerous. 24-year-old Mason Shue has been on the run since the shooting Friday night in Bismarck. Police say he was with another man in a car that pulled up to another vehicle when Shue started shooting. His alleged accomplice has been arrested. Shue is wanted for attempted murder. Now, if you see this guy, do not approach him. Call 911 immediately. North Dakota's Board of Higher Education meets tomorrow. The agenda includes a discussion on resuming on-campus in-person operations. All 11 state institutions have moved to online instruction since late March, and a majority of staff have moved to working remotely. We're almost there. Our virtual food drive for the Great Plains Food Bank is very close to our goal. We reset it to $20,000 by May 22nd, and we're less than $2,000 away. You can donate at valleynewslive.com or on the VNL News app. Just look for this button. Later on Valley News Live at 6, you've seen them over Fargo, Moorhead, but never together in the sky at one time. What they were up to out east.
And we continue to track some thunder showers working their way through the valley. Heavy rain reported and isolated funnel clouds. We'll keep our eyes on that and have your forecast for improved weather next.